welcome, everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And I'm your host, DBoss. And of course, you got to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, DBoss Networks. You know, it's a little bit shameful because so many people watch me during the night, and we can't, just get the numbers. But you got to help a sister out. Help me out here. Help me get the numbers that I'm acquiring and then I'm due, please. And but today we can get somebody here, and I just love the name, and I love what he's doing, and and he is a rapper and an artist with a special positive message. So I like to introduce to you guys today, and I like Stuy because, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, that's where a lot of things happen. If you don't know Bed-Stuy, then you guys are out of the game. But anyways, we are in the game because with no other further ado, I introduce to you Fred Stuy. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me. How you doing, DBoss?
I'm doing good. I love the name Fred Stuy. Is that you? How did you come? You came up with that name because you're living in Brooklyn, or what is it?
Yeah, some two things. I'm from Bed-Stuy, and my name is Fred.
Ooh.
So yeah, I just took the Fred and put it with the Stuy. That's where I'm from, and I was with a friend of mine one day, and we was talking, and I had another name, and he was like, you know what? And I said something, I was rhyming, and I said something, and I said Fred Stuy, and then he said, what did you just say? I said Fred Stuy. He said, that's the name you should go with. So that followed me ever since. So that's me.
Well, I love it. And it's easy, and it's catchy, and it's easy to remember,
Right.
And it's
Thank you.
And it's relatable. That's important.
Right.
That's important that people can relate to it. And some people, yes, Brooklyn's. We know Brooklyn. We've been going there from like, oh my gosh, a lot of people live in Brooklyn. A lot of people still live there.
Right.
Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, all that area. A lot of artists. A lot of people come out, burst themselves out from there, and
that's right.
So tell us where are you still in New York?
No, I'm actually in Greensboro, North Carolina. Presently, at the moment, I've been down here like 18 years now.
Oh my goodness. So you came out of the rat race.
Yeah, I had to come down here. I wanted to get my sons from up out of there, man, so they wouldn't have to deal with, you like you said, you've been there, so you know how it is up there. So I had to get him up away from there, man, before he got in trouble.
Yeah, well, there's it's a fast city. A lot of people don't know, then they come there and visit and all that, and it's different. But when you live there, it's a different game.
Right, exactly.
And there's a lot of things there that go on in the game, and a lot of things that people, and a lot of people having beef with different people for no reason. Or they want to start something with you for no reason, and that's not something that.
No, I don't need that. And see, I knew everybody, so pretty much when I was growing up, I had no problems because, I wasn't the start trouble type. I was the, love everybody, let's get together. So, but still, like I said, when I had my boys, I was like, from me being there, the years that I was there, I knew it wasn't for him to grow up in.
So you like the weather down there?
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful.
That's not non-New York.
It's beautiful. Now, we'll tell you the things, right? The things I don't really like, we're not used up there, no hurricanes and stuff like that, so I can't get used to that right there.
So did you get affected by any of them that came through there?
We got damaged one time when one came in, and it tore my whole roof off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I had to get my whole roof replaced. And that was the only thing. Another one came, but it just missed us. It tore my uncle's house completely up.
Oh, so your uncle and people live down there. So everybody kind of cut out of New York then.
Yeah, well, he lived down here. He was down here already, and that's the reason why I came, because he comes up a lot to New York. And one time when I was up there, I lost my job because they didn't. They said they was being bought out. They didn't want nobody that was working there. They wanted all new people.
Oh.
Right. So I lost my job, and he happened to come up that summer, and he was like, "Why don't you come down here and check it out? Come down and spend a week. Check it out, see if you like it." And I didn't come. My wife actually came, and when she came back, the only thing she said was, "Pack your bags."
The woman rules. They said,
Yeah,
like, you know what?
yeah,
Pack
that
up,
was
we
it.
going.
That was it. I had to pack my bags and let's go.
So you're okay. So well, I guess now you're okay with it because you've acclimatized to there.
Right, right. Yeah, I was good with it when we got here. I think it took me like 2 months. I found work, and I was working ever since.
Wow.
So I did. I mean, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, well, you're in New York. You guys are in survival, so you guys know, if you move somewhere else, you know how to survive. So,
Right.
so
Right.
that wouldn't take you anything. And the only thing you got to get used to is those tropical storms and stuff, and that's about it.
Right.
Wow. How long have you been doing rapping in the industry?
Uh, Quite a while, over 30 years.
Oh my gosh.
Over 30 years. It been a little minute. So, I started out actually, I wasn't with the lyrical part of it. I started out as a DJ. I was a DJ.
Oh, you were a DJ. Okay.
Yes, man. And a friend of mine lived on the block. He was actually into the rapping part. And he used to always tell me, "Yo, try to write a rhyme, go write a rhyme." And I was like, "Nah, that's not for me, man. That's your thing. Let me do what I do." And he wouldn't let it rest. He came to me about 3 or 4 times until I finally said, "You know what? I'm gonna put the pen to the paper and see what I can come up with." And actually, I didn't like what I came up with.
But look at you today. You didn't like what you came up with, but hey.
Right.
So
Because I stuck with it. I'm the type that don't give up. So I said, I didn't like that first one. So I was like, I can't let it go like that. I always want to be, like, nah, you can't get me like that. I'm going to try to do what I do. So
wow.
I thank God. I thank God that I did, because I love what I do.
Okay, so you are a rapper that has a positive message. So
Right.
what's the positive message that you portray in your rap music lyrics?
That we don't have to be going against each other. We can all. This is a hip hop culture. This is for everybody that's in the culture. So it's not one person's culture. It's all about culture.
Right.
You know. And the thing that I try to give is, if we on the negative, then we lose what the ones before me thrive so hard to put together for us. And
Okay.
and that's a bad thing, because already they counted us out in the beginning, because they had said this would never last.
Oh, they thought it said the hip hop would have died. It should have died
Right.
out.
When it first started, they said it wouldn't last. Oh, it's a fad, man. Oh, it'll be here for a minute and gone. And as you see, today it's still here.
Yeah, it
You know,
is.
right. So I just want to give the people, I mean, I do what I do, but somebody asked me before, "Yo, you don't curse?" I was like, "Nah." And I said, in the beginning, I used to. And I was in my home one day. I was by myself, relaxing, watching a movie, and I was watching Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the part where Malcolm X was in the shower, and he was talking to the guy from Nation of Islam. And Malcolm X said, "Yo, you don't cuss, you don't none of the job, daddy, nothing." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "A man cuss because he don't have the words to say what he want to say." And that caught me. And I
Wow.
said, "Yeah." I said, "You know what? I don't have to cuss in in my lyrics to get to the people what I need to get to the people. And after that, I never did it again.
So, which is something that's really, really, that's very, very good that you do that, because a lot of people always say that, it's always the cursing and stuff like that, and some people can't take it, and a lot of people can't take the cursing. A lot of people can't take, that's why, I don't listen a lot to it, because I like different music genres. Some of it's okay, but if it's just some of that cursing and all that, I just be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, it's just too much.
Right.
I understand if it's some part is your life, but it's just that this and be this and this, and some of it's okay and some of it's not. So did you ever rap with Dougie Fresh and these guys, or them? Well, of course everybody knows them.
Not Dougie Fresh, but one incident around my way. One incident, because where I'm from, Big Daddy Kane is from.
Wow.
Biggie Smalls is from there. Jay-Z is from there. I'm they're like maybe 5-10 minutes away from where I grew up. So I kind of
So you did stuff with them?
No, I didn't do stuff, but I did rhyme. I did rhyme with Old Dirty Bastard. He came around the way to go to the store, and we rhymed with him in front of the store for like an hour straight.
Wow.
Yeah. So and
so
I tell people,
tape it or something? Did you tape it, or did you have it on a tape or something, or not really?
We taped it. A friend of mine that still lives in New York, he has it on tape. Whether he still knows where it's at, I'm not sure. Because like that happened. Right. I wanna find it, because that's real memories.
Right.
That's memories, because a lot of people can say, we can look back at that and say, here's a man, because regardless of how people viewed him, how they took him, when we interacted with him that night, he was all positive, all love.
Wow.
He treated us like we was regular people, like he knew us all his life. We did what we did. We rhymed together. And then after he did what he did, everybody shook hands, and he went upon his way. We went continuing doing what we was doing.
All right. So when you did the song "The Time Is Now,"
okay,
what's that about? And what inspired you to do that?
The reason I did that was because I was saying, like, the time is now for us to get together and do something and stop. It's so much stuff that was going on to us anyway, and like down here, a lot of these kids are dying in the streets over everything.
Okay.
I had a friend of mine's son. He was just riding with some of his friends. Didn't know that they just came from doing something, and now he's facing 18 to 20 years.
What?
Right. So I was like, it's time for us to speak to them and try to get them to understand that, what they have to do is leave them streets alone. I used to tell people all the time, for me growing up, I never went to jail or anything, but I was like, the streets don't love you at all.
Mm-mm.
They'll eat you up. You go out there. I told this guy, I said, look, I seen many come, many go. I haven't seen anybody beat the streets yet. So I just told the female that's on there, her name is Lethal. And I just asked her one day, I was like, look, let's do a project. And when I got, somebody sent me the beat, that's the title that came to my head, because she's a powerful sister as well. So I said, I knew she was going to bring to the table what she brought, and I was going to bring what I brought.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what prompted me to do that song, "The Time Is Now," because if not now, we're going to keep waiting and waiting, and it's going to be too late.
Well, rap a little bit for me. And for us, hey, viewers, do you want to hear Fred Stuy? I hear you. I know. I know. Yeah, they said yes.
Uh-oh.
This is
Oh,
why. This is why. This is where you come on Real Life Matters. This is what happens.
I know that's right. I'll say a little something. I'll say a little something.
If you want me to
Every
come out, you want the full screen.
No, I'm good like this.
Okay.
They
All
can
right. All righty.
once they hear me. I was always told to go out and get it. I used to tell my mother, I see now why she did it. Used to put me on punishment for things that I've done. At first, I didn't understand. I was her second born son. I got two brothers and a sister, and I loved them all the same. But they treated me like I was a bad child. In the game, you got to deal with what you deal with, and life throw curves. But I always stood on my word, and I give y'all my word. I'm going to do what I do, and y'all going to hear in every verse. Every time I tell people I might not be the best, but I'm sure not the worst. Now, once you hear my songs, you'll say, yo, I think he got something. And I'm here to stand for something. I'm not here for nothing.
Woo! I got you off the cut. We got you off the cut there.
I
So
appreciate you.
that's no problem. That's
Thank
good.
you.
That is so good. So you have. So who would you like to work with that you haven't?
Uh, Big Daddy Kane, like I said, he's from around my way. I would love to work for him. I mean, work with him because he's one of the pioneers. That he showed me from being where I'm from. If he can do it, then I know I can do it also.
Wow.
Most deaf. He's a powerful, uh, a lot of people. Rest in peace. I would have loved to do something with Sean Price. He's from up the hill from me. And just by seeing brothers do what they do, man, and like I said, you can't. People don't understand. You see somebody, you hear what they doing, and you say, "Oh, they doing this way." But like I said about old dirty. You don't know them until you get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to work with Sean Price. I would have loved to work with uh, Big. I would have loved to work with. It's a lot of people, man, that I would have loved to, that I would love to, but right now I'm just doing what I need to do. Like I said, somebody told me, "Oh, you ain't in the industry." I said, "No, I'm not in the industry." I said, "But I'm for the culture, so they're gonna get what they need to get."
Well, that's something that people don't realize and stuff like that. When you're in this culture, but do you work with people in your community now, or you help the younger generation?
Yes, all the time. Me and a partner of mine, we have a studio, Live Wire Entertainment, and yes, what I do is, like I take them to the studio with me, to at least get them away from the negativity for a couple of hours.
Okay.
Give them something to do, let them go in here and see how we work, let them try to do some. And actually I have some that's really good at it and sticking with it and doing what they do. So I feel good. Like they call me all the time, they'll say like, "Yo, big homie, yo, I wrote that song. You want to hear it?" They'll send it to me. I listen to it, and I let them know. I said, because in this business, everybody's not gonna love what you do. So I said, when I critique it, you got to take it, and you might not like it, but I said you got to take it because they're gonna be worse than I'm doing to you.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I help them all the time, man. I give them clothes when I can, to some that don't really, So, like my thing is I like to speak to them, because I tell them if I could speak to you, then I did what I was supposed to do, like they say, each one reach one, So I try to reach somebody and I let them know the same way I reached you, go out and reach somebody.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's what I
what he said. Reach one, reach some. What's
each
his name?
each one reach one.
Oh, each one reach one. That's
Right.
a good saying.
Right.
Each
If
one.
we all do that, if we all can do that, then we'll get further than where we are right now. So that's what I do.
All right. So what more can we expect from Fred Stuy?
Pretty much everything that they're hearing now, the same thing. I'm gonna throw positive. I'm gonna give you. Some people ask me, they say, because I'm, as they say, I don't know if you heard the word bars. Everybody, oh, you got bars, you got bars. I say, yeah, I got bars, but my bars are words of reality. You know what I mean, and wake ups. So I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you something for the mental. You're gonna say, yo, I understand. I'm gonna give you the bars, but like I say, I have a project called Bars, Stories, and Wake Ups. And I tell them in the bars you have stories and you have wake ups. And that's meaning I'm gonna give you something to give you light on what's going on and help you through your day. Because a lot of times I tell people you don't know what somebody's going through, man. So, don't approach somebody if they're acting some kind of way. Don't approach them and say, yo, why you doing this? You got to understand what they're going through, where they at that moment.
That's true.
So that's what I do. I try to
assess the situation and just don't put a blanket judgment on it. So
exactly.
All right. So if people want to book you or reach out or come down to your studio and your recording place, where can they find you?
They can find me in Greensboro, North Carolina. My Instagram is at StyFred16.
Okay.
My Facebook is Fred Stuy. My Twitter account is Fred Stuy at the Grustler, TheGrustler.
Okay. Any shout outs you want to give before we go out?
I want to give a shout out to the Glover squad. I want to shout out Exit Only, Box a Million, Slick Dub, Tone, Lord Nexus Selector, my brother Brian Staples, Karen Scott, Swag, Ilpo. I want to thank you for having me for number one.
No problem.
I want to shout out Triple P, and all my Loyal for Life people, man. Loyal for Life. My L's is in the air all the time. You know what I mean? Because everybody say there's no loyalty no more, but I say it's always loyalty. You just gotta know the people that have the loyalty.
Whew.
So that's my thing. So
that's the message.
Thank you.
That's the message. Well, I want to thank you, Fred Stuy, for coming on today. And I want to thank the viewers for watching today. And you heard the message from Fred Stuy. You don't always have to be singing all that cursing and everything to be a rapper. So, you know what? That's a positive vibe and that's a positive message. So anyways, I want to tell everybody, thank you, and thank Fred Stuy. And everybody, good night.
Good night. Thank you very much.